Hi everybody, Raleigh here. Welcome to another episode of Fish Keeping Jamaica. I hope that this information being shared will be useful to you. Please remember to subscribe if you have not done that as yet. And when you subscribe, please remember to hit that bell so as to get regular updates on my channel. Now, today the topic of our discussion is bullying in my tank. Now, many persons purchase fish and they might purchase them like probably together. Like you might have like 4 or 5 or 6 tiger barbs and some black skirt tetra and probably some panda barbs like I have, right? Now, what happens is that you have what you call dominant fish within the tank. These fish actually chase the other fish, get the first meal, get fish to move from out a particular spot so that he can or she can enjoy. Usually the male is the aggressor, or if it is an aggressive fish, the fish can be a female. Now in this tank I have identified a bully, right? But one of the reason why I have not removed it from this tank is because the stocking for this tank is practically good. It's probably about 35-gallon tank, right? And it has, I don't think it have 15 fish, so therefore the stocking is good. So the dominant fish, or the fish that is regarded as a bully, have enough space to stay by itself, and the others can easily separate itself from it. Okay, so what happened is that, right, a fish become bully because of several reasons. One of the factors why a fish become bully is that it was the first to actually born, right? Because it is the first that is actually born, is the first to actually be fed, right? And being fed first, meaning that it goes first, meaning that it has the body over many other fish that exist within the tank or pond. Another factor which may have influenced the whole idea of a fish becoming bully is that that fish was the only fish that existed in the tank or pond before you actually added an additional fish. Now, this might be common in many aquarium settings because persons just do not understand how to get that fish to accept other fish. Okay, so another way in which another factor which influence bullying within a tank or pond is the fact that you have actually stocked your pond incorrectly. If you notice, in this tank, I'm sorry for the quality, I don't know what happened, but it's like whenever this system is inside, it just gives a little color pixel thingy that just doesn't look right. But the other videos were good. Anyway, whenever you're stocking your tank, try to stock the tank with fish that is of the same type or breed. For example, tetra and barbs are regarded as cousins, so therefore my tetras and barbs are within this tank. I would not put any swordtail, nor mollies, nor guppies in this tank, because these fish, they would have nipped at the fins and the tails of those fish and probably stressed them to death. So therefore that eliminates the fact that that eliminate the possibility of another bully or entire batch of tiger bars becoming bully within this tank. Okay, so those are 3 reasons why bullies may become in existence within your tank or pond. Now let's look at 3 different ways. There are more, there are more ways, there are more reasons why fish becomes bully within a tank, right? However, for the benefit of time, I will just look at those 3. Now I am sharing with you now 3 ways in which you can deal with bullies within your tank. The first way is a little, probably might little bit like funny, but you can deal with your bullies versus they are like big fish this way. Yum yum, isn't it? Right? Because they're big and they are just blatantly problematic, you probably could have done that. Okay. Another way in which you could deal with the bullies in your pond is actually reorganizing your tank or pond. Let me give you an example. So you have a big Oscar like myself, and you're planning to get 3 or 4 more Oscar to put with that, so as to see if you could get a couple. It would be a bad idea for you to get the Oscars and to all just put them into the tank with the older Oscar that you have had for several months or years. That might cause a problem. This is what I would have suggested you do. You get a new tank, or you get a new pond, or you get a new environment, right? And after acclimatizing and observing, or we call quarantine, those fish that you have bought, let's say 3 Oscar, what you would have done, you would have actually placed those 3 fish in the pond or tank that you have actually made available to house them, and you would have removed the fish that you have had from a very long time from its original home to that tank or pond in which you have actually placed the 3 other fish in. Reason for this, now the fish, all 4 fish now within one tank or pond have a new environment. So the whole idea of claiming different areas, claiming different hierarchical position within the tank will have to be earned. So therefore the Oscar, although it has been at your residence or within your system for a very long time, you wouldn't have much problem with the whole idea of chasing and bullying, because it now would have to prove itself to be the don of the tank. Another way in which some persons may use so as to manage bullies in their tank, in which I do not think it works, because at the end you're actually putting in back the fuel into the fire, or the fire into the fuel, right? Is to actually have a timeout where you see a fish actually chasing another fish and beating up another fish, and then you probably take out that fish that is the bully and place it into a tank by itself for probably a weeks or months, and then after a while you actually place it back in there. To me, that really doesn't make much sense. What I would do if I have a bully in my tank and I do not have the luxury of having another tank, is I would actually carry it to the pet store and ask for an exchange, or I would have actually asked a friend to keep it for me while I try to manage the situation. Okay, so that's it, right? So those are some of the ways in which I would manage bullies within my pond. 1, cook him, eat him. 2, separate them and probably retank them, organize them. 3, I would have actually exchanged or asked someone to keep it for me, right? Bullying in tank, you're not going to get rid of that, right? The 4th, which is a bonus, in a way in which you could manage the bully in the tank, is to actually provide decorations that will provide an opportunity for fish being bullied to hide. So you put like probably some seashells, you put like some stones, some driftwood, some pipe fittings, some stuff that the fish can actually go in. And when you put these things, ensure that the fish, it is big enough for the fish to go in and exit. I had a case where my fish actually drowned. Yes, my fish actually drowned because my fish went into a small little area within the pump, right, and got its head stuck, couldn't come out. And when I found the fish was practically half decayed. I was wondering, why is it that my pump is actually pumping so slow? And I saw my fish actually half of its body in and half of its body out. And it was a really large goldfish, right? So you have to be careful with that. So that's it for fish keeping Jamaica. I hope that this video was useful to you. you can like, share, you know, subscribe, and when you hit that subscribe button, remember the bell to click it. Thank you very much for making the Fish Keep in Jamaica right here. Bye bye.